Hello viewer, Jean back with more Mars Anomalies. This is part 2 of 3 of the epic ruins and wreckage of Charitum Montes on Mars. We'll continue with the analysis of this high-rise photograph and will include the relevant links in the video description below. As usual, I'm showing you cropped images from the black and white map projected JP2 file. And we're analyzing this middle third of this area here. In the previous video, part 1, I analyzed the left-hand third, and fortunately, when HiRise scanned this third of the area, the resolution was improved quite a bit. So we're starting by looking at what I speculate may have been buildings or walls in this area. These megalithic blocks placed in rows, and they became dislodged when something devastated this area. I speculate it may have been a vast amount of water that flowed through this area very rapidly. These blocks and buildings were destroyed, and they roll down the slope to the areas where you see those dark patches. So check out these megalithic blocks. Here you can see 2 of those that have come loose, and over there you can see some layering as well. More of these blocks in rows. Check at this. You can see 4 blocks that have moved slightly apart. That looks like a type of machine anomaly. I haven't analyzed that one, but there's so many others in this video. Mind-blowing anomalies in this area of the photograph. More of those blocks moved apart as well. And this row of blocks, looks almost like these may have been terraces. Check that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perhaps. Those terraces there. More of those blocks exposed in that area as well. That looks like may have been a wall or something that was destroyed. So the first anomalies we'll be looking at right in the center of this image up there. And for more megalithic blocks, check out this one with 2 very straight sides, right angle there, and a rounded curve to the one side. And it's what looks like a symbol or feature in the center, and that quite clearly is a hole right there. So do these blocks join together with these holes and knobs on them? Check out this triangular megalithic block here with a little dark spot right in the center there. We've got this anomaly here. It's very similar to some more that I'll be showing you in this photograph. It's got 3 these rounded sides to it, and then got a row of smaller dome-like features or knobs running in a row across there. That looks like a little pyramidal one right there. Here we've got another strange block. Perhaps this might even be metal. If you look at the way this has been bent, it looks as if it's been bent over onto this brighter surface. goes down and then bends up closer to the surface. There's a V-shaped pipe maybe, check that out. Another megalithic block with a small dark spot on it. There's another one. There's just so much to show you. This too, very regular shape. Could this be some metal debris? And there's a piece sticking out underneath that little pyramidal part or feature there. Could that be a piece of pipe? More of these really strange blocks, or a combination of megalithic blocks and destroyed technology or machinery, like this piece here. I'm not sure this is megalithic in nature or if it's some type of machine. It's got this rounded base that it's almost like a winglet sticking up, and then a square object on the top, different type of material perhaps, it's a lot brighter. Then right in the center of this square object we've got a little dome-like feature, and then this part over here we've got a dome-like feature in the center, and then smaller parts placed around it in a circular pattern. And then we've got this really strange part over there. It looks almost if it's hexagonal, and this piece has been buried, and it's got a rectangular part sticking out, and right in the center we've got another dome-like knob or feature. Another weird part. Could this be tech or a stone block? It's been cut into this custom shape. We also got these pieces sticking out, equally sized, sort of spaced as well, some geometry and design to that piece. And then in the center, the square part, we've got two oblong dome-like knobby features, and then two smaller ones right there through the middle. Lots of geometry going on there. And another part here with these two slots. It's almost like a hammerhead part to it there. Oblong feature here, oval object here. More of these flat disc-like anomalies. Got one there. Check out the two dark spots on the edge over here. That looks like it could be an opening, a rounded opening perhaps. And then on top we've got this thin square object sticking out of this opening. Really odd. And then yeah, like a chevron shaped object. Check it, the symmetry in that half and this half. And then in the center we've got two V-shaped parts. Some more little parts lying around there. That looks like a little ball or sphere. More of these knobs arranged in a pattern around a dome-like feature there. There's another block with a square knob or feature on it there as well. There's another block with a little dome on it. Another one here, as well as there. There's another square, my square block, the rounded side, and then the circular feature sticking up. This looks like a metal plate that's been buried here. This piece sticking out, look at that edge, rounded corner, very sharp edge, and it's bent around like that over there. So what are we looking at here? Megalithic blocks combined with destroyed tech or machinery. These two blocks over here. And then this huge object over there. It's about 20 to 25 meters across. Looks almost like an oval shaped. It's convex in nature. And then some more geometry in this pattern of dark spots on the surface. But check out this edge over here. Could this be a top of a hatch perhaps? Or did this object crash over here and move the sand into this shape? Or is this another piece to this object, like a skirt over here? I have no clue what this is. Maybe a craft. Checking out that anomaly there, which looks like a piece of machinery. Check out this hole over here. This looks like a pipe attachment. And in this section here has been torn open. You can see a smaller dark object sticking out there. So what ripped this thing apart? Here we've got a rectangular side opening. Looks like a metal plate over here as well. There's a pyramidal shaped object there. Another opening, rectangular opening here. Looks like this could be metallic, possibly part of this. Maybe this was some type of machine. Totally destroyed, of course. And then that anomaly right there sticks out like a sore thumb. Get the geometry and symmetry in this shape over here. It's almost like a flying wing craft with two features in the center part there towards the apex. And there's another block over there. You can see three sides. So was this some type of craft perhaps? It does remind me of a similar looking object that we discovered in a previous video, the Kanowski Pyramid Giza Complex project. There's the NASA reference in which I found that object. A lot of similarities. Could these be similar type craft? Or is that just a block in that shape? Anyways, looking at these two anomalies there, and this one not quite sure what to make of this. It could be a piece of metal plate there. It's been buried. An opening here, and then this piece is lying next to it. Really odd shape as well, and that looks like it has a sort of semicircular opening there and a V shape there. Another block, or maybe this is also a piece of machinery. It's like metal plating. It's been bent, smashed up. Check at that triangular piece there. And then this strange darker color. Maybe this is a megalithic slab lying on top of this. Perhaps another combination of blocks and tech. Check out that circular ring on that block over there. Also could be a hexagonal shape, partially buried, almost like a nut. So here's one of those disc-shaped anomalies with a dome on it, right in the center. Definitely some design in that feature. I'm zooming in on that area there. Another one of these disc-like objects, but this has got a square feature on it, right in the center. And then that piece there looks like it's metallic, like metal plate. This rounded corner, straight edge, and then this perpendicular line running through. And then that looks like an opening, perhaps like a vent. And there's another object with a small spherical feature, triangular metal plate type anomaly there, the triangular part to it on the top. And check it the way this thing's been folded. This is not a normal rock or a boulder, that's for sure. Check the way that is bent in towards that opening. We've got a small square piece over there. And lots of other wreckage and blocks and things. And these disc-like objects with the domes on top remind me of two similar types of objects I found, and these are the two high-rise references there. So we've got multiple matching objects or craft, and in part 1 of this series I found another object that looks very similar to these. Very interesting. Why doesn't NASA tell us what these things are? Lobate, debris, or boulders, irregular boulders. But really, I mean, seriously, guys, come on, tell us the truth. Sorry, I'm just ranting and raving. I'm getting tired of showing all these anomalies, and none of it seems to be taken seriously, except for my regular viewers and subscribers. Thanks for supporting the channel, but I'm talking about the mainstream institutionalized science and media. So yeah, check out this object over there. It looks metallic in nature, rounded edge, well-defined edges there, or corner, rounded corner. Sorry, check out that there too. It looks like a square part to it, an opening, a smaller oblong part with a dark spot right in the center there, and then 2 or 3 rectangular openings. So lobate feature, boulder, yeah, right. Check it, these, yeah, 2, 3 knobs in a row. There's another pyramidal part on top of this disc thing. Another metal plate sticking out there perhaps, or maybe that's a block. Seems to have some thickness to it. If you look at that shadow. Looking at these anomalies, yeah. Checking out these boulders and lobate, lava flows, swamp gas. Check out this one. I've shown you so many objects that look similar to this, with 2 dome-like features on each side. That looks like a horseshoe object. Also shown you a ton of those. Check out this triangular piece here, rounded feature surrounded by smaller spherical objects strategically placed. And there we've got another, what is that? It looks like a pyramid thing on top of this anomaly. I wish I could get there to go and see these things for myself. There's another block, perfect sort of cube. And check out this part here. It looks like the top of a machine with this triangular part sticking out. And those look like 2 openings. Another oblong circular piece sticking out of this surface. You got another rounded opening, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equally sized spherical objects. Get this, looks almost metallic as well, possibly a hexagon shape, partially buried at the well-defined sides. And then that looks like a little sphere that could almost be floating. Got no idea what that is. 2 narrow lines running across there. Another 2 over here. So symmetry in that. There's another block. You can see 3 sides. More swamp gas, Venus reflecting off the clouds. Check, there's another metallic plate. Get the square piece sticking off there. Straight sides, 90-degree angles. There's a small square part, oblong dome-like feature there. Then we got another, maybe this was one piece, maybe this is part of it there, I don't know, but there's a triangular object, the rhombic shaped part sticking out there. This could be an opening with that sticking out. There's another triangular feature there. And then this, check out the symmetry in this thing. Here we've got what looks like a triangle on top of a oblong disc-like object. Get this piece here. It's like layered, it's got layers to it. There's just so many. This looks like a junk heap. Metallic debris and megaliths. That there too. Perfect symmetry in this object over here. And the way those smaller features appear on the surface. So we're looking at this here. Okay, another convex disc-shaped object. There's another one. So there's also an arrangement of smaller features on top of the surface here. This looks like a megalithic block sticking out of the sand, partially buried over there, and that looks like metal plating. Check out that little feature right in the center of that object there. Unreal. There's another megalithic block over there. Another one of these circular convex shape objects. This one's got look like slots on the one side here. Could this have been a craft that crashed here and heaped the sand up to the side here? Look at these smaller parts on the top. Got two white pipes that look like pipes sticking out there, and then smaller parts or features on the top. That is right in the center of this, which looks like a hexagonal shape. Totally destroyed and bent. Okay, there we got another one of these strange looking objects. I've covered similar shaped anomalies before, just can't remember in which videos. Check out this side here. It's like bent. Looks like it's a piece of metal perhaps. Right there we got another dome-like feature or knob. Also could that be a hexagon shaped object. Here we got another, what could be a hexagon shaped object, partially buried. Here you can see three sides. And I showed you a megalith with similar geometry earlier in this video. We've got a straight side, two straight sides and a rounded corner. This one's got what looks like a little pyramidal feature in the center and three dome-like knobs placed around it. Look at the geometry in that. How can this be a normal boulder or a rock? Anyways, check at the this too. It's unreal. Checking out that anomaly in the center of the screen again, and look at the way these equally sized and equally spaced features or knobs or balls or spheres have been placed on top of this. looking at that object in the center of the screen, and this may be a megalithic block, but when you look at the artifacts next to it, I wonder, could this possibly be some type of technology? Look at this piece and the way it's been bent, and this too, it's like a triangular part, that rounded edge there or corner. Here too we've got another one of these triangular parts, smaller than that one, and we've got that bright disc-like piece sticking out. There's another ball or sphere there. It seems to be in the center of another rounded object. Let's check. Yes. And then just look at all these pieces lying around here. It'll take me days to go through all these, so I'm just checking out those. And more swamp gas and Venus reflecting off the clouds. Check at this. This looks like another perhaps metal plate. Look at that there as well, where it's been bent over here. Another one of these rectangular pieces with 3 dark spots. Looks like a little dome-like knob or feature. That looks like a hole actually. And right in the center, we've got a smaller, darker hole. That's weird. I don't know if you guys can see that. Check at that. This dark grey spot. It's like a perfect circle. Right in the center we've got a small dot. Well, I'll be maybe some rover that we sent there was sent to this area, and it drilled a hole into the surface. Check how perfect that hole is to test the material. Who knows? There might have been many secret missions we don't know about. So let's move on. Look at that. Another boulder with a perfect knob right in the center. Check at that. And here we've got another almost perfect circle, little dark spot in the center. Look at that, it being some type of craft perhaps. And then we get told these are just boulders in a debris field. That square object, it's almost got a wedge shape to it with a sharp edge here, and 2 similarly sized features on the top, and then 2 smaller ones at the back there. There's another one of those anomalies with 2 features near each corner. Check at that. So I found multiple of these. And then here too, this looks like a metal plate that's been ripped apart. Look at that geometry there. And right there, in the center of this one side, we've got a little flat dome feature. And this too, I don't know whether this is a huge block or is this a plate, metal plate. Check it, that knob right there in the center. Looking at that anomaly there. Also a round object. Check it, the V opening here, and that looks like a rectangular opening there. And it's got two darker spots. Also two dark spots on that. Looks like a metal plate. And this looks like a piece of technology. This could have been a disc-shaped object with two circular openings there. Could that have been some type of propulsion system? Look at the way those features appear in a perfect semicircle there. Equally sized and spaced. Here's another megalithic block with a knob, or is that perhaps a hole? Another collection of megalithic slabs with knobs, or I don't know, smaller parts on top. Get that there, 3 in a row. There's a block, megalithic block. This looks like could have been metal. Look at the way it's been bent. This as well. And there, a triangular feature on top. This looks like another disc. Check it, the almost like the, is it the Baltic Sea anomaly? And I found that disc-like object under the ocean, on the ocean floor. Looks like an object like that almost. Another part with a smaller feature right in the center. So, megalithic block with some tech. To get the straight sides, right angle here, as well as there. And this is right in the center on this one side. Pareidolia. There. Very metallic looking object, some layers, 2 layers. This reminds me of 2 other similar anomalies I've found. These are the high-rise photograph references, and I've covered those in previous videos. So could this be a similar type of object in a different state of disrepair or damage? Now checking out that area here. Look at this shape, this rhombic shape, and then rectangular opening there. So I don't know what that could be. Check that out. The placement of these objects, as well as the line running through there and a perpendicular slot running through there. And right at the beginning of it, we have the smaller dome-like knob or feature, very similar to other anomalies that I've shown you, where we have a straight line running across, then a perpendicular line intersecting it with a dome-like feature. Lots of geometry and symmetry, but these are regular rocks and boulders. Right, not checking out those anomalies there. Another square convex shaped object with a knob or feature right in the center here as well. Another square object, little ball right in the center. That looks like a shape of a T. There's rounded part sticking out. This one side. Checking those anomalies out. Get the geometry and symmetry in that shape. Straight sides. Right in the center near the apex, we've got this dome-like feature, and around it, in a perfectly circular pattern, we've got the smaller, similar sized objects, and then on this one side we've got 3 in a row. Check that out. Two, it's like a triangular object with 2 smaller parts on top, similar to the previous ones I've shown you. We've got a perfectly, these are laid out in a perfect semicircle. Check that out. Okay, let me just find my bearings. Where are these anomalies? Check that there as well. I don't think I've covered those anomalies in this video. Check that out. Okay, we're looking at these anomalies here. More megalithic blocks. Oh yes, I have covered those anomalies. Now look at this, the way that object is rounded there, and over here, you've got a straight edge running through there. Now, tell me how this can be a regular boulder. Unbelievable. And on top, got smaller, irregular shaped parts. Well, I don't know what to call those. And here we've got a V-shaped chevron anomaly. Looks metallic. Look at the way The metal's been bent, yeah. Only speculating. And then there, you seem to have some type of opening. There's another little sphere. Check at this, almost like a plectrum shape. This object over here seems to have a square opening and it's a rounded side there. We've got more knobs in a row. That sounds terrible. Sorry guys and girls. It just sounds weird sometimes. Megaliths with knobs. Okay, let's move on. Looking at that pile of junk. And more hexagon shaped objects with little domes or knobs in the center. Looks like an opening over here. Another oblong feature in the center there. Here's another hexagonal shaped object with a little dome right in the center. Oh, this shape as well. Another hexagon shape, yeah. Oh, come on now. So I wish they'd tell us what we're looking at. Okay, let's go to Google Earth Mars. Show you where I located these. Southern Hemisphere. Right, let's just zoom out a bit. In this near Argaea Planatia, and these two anomalies I showed you in part 2 of this video. These were two anomalies I showed in part 1. Just for reference, this is the area where I found more of these disc-like objects, and here in Argaea I found more foundations or walls or buildings. So let me know what you guys and girls make of these anomalies. What do you think? I'm just being difficult by saying these things are artificial, or do you think there's some design and some intelligence behind these things? So this is the Southern Hemisphere, where all these anomalies have been found on that white line, in this band, almost the same latitude line. And then in the Northern Hemisphere, also in a band, I found more of these megalithic and craft-like anomalies. So that's it for this video. I hope it was informative and that you found it interesting. And I do apologize for me ranting and raving, but it's becoming ridiculous now that we're being lied to like this. I mean, we can all see that those things aren't natural, unless I'm totally mistaken and reading things into things that aren't really there. So let me know what you make of it. I look forward to reading your comments. New subscribers, thanks for joining. And to my regular subscribers and viewers, thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you in the next video.